What's up guys, it's Jay with Bearded Dad Fishing, and today I'm sharing with y'all my complete kayak setup for my Old Town Autopilot 136. But first, dad joke of the day, what did the piggy say to his girlfriend? Now don't go baking my heart. So after a full season on the water with this kayak, I finally got it to where I think I want it. I'm really happy. It's taken me a while to kind of figure out all the pieces and what I wanted this to kind of look like. So this is my Autopilot 136. It's one of the biggest ones that's offered by Old Town, because of course you got the Autopilot 120, you have the 120 PDL, the 106 PDL, the 106 powered by Minn Kota, and then of course the 120 and 106 paddle only versions. So the heart and soul of this kayak is the Minn Kota trolling motor. So it has a 45-pound thrust motor. However, the real feature about this thing is the fact that it has spot lock. It locks you in place through GPS coordinates within 5 feet of where you hit that button. So that's why I bought this kayak. That's why a lot of guys buy this kayak. It comes integrated with that motor and that feature, which is absolutely lovely. So moving up from the motor itself, you're gonna see that I have a crossbar, which is brand new to me. This is the Sasquatch Designs crossbar, sold only on Eco Fishing, and it's one of the pricier options when it comes to the crossbar, but it's also one of the sturdiest options. I mean, this thing is complete cut out stainless steel, super sturdy, and it has 3 tracks. So it has a track on each side, allowing you to really customize how you want the crossbar. Eventually, when I get a 2-screen system going on, I'll put the other screen on the other side. But for now, this is what I got. So I have my Garmin 93SV UHD connected as well. On the other side of the bar here, I have my controller for my Yak Power switch, which I'll go over in a second. And I have a paddle holder that I use for my net. That way my net kind of hangs off to the side, as you see here, but it's still out of the way for the motor, and it's quick to access as well. And right in front is where I keep my Ketch board, and my Ketch board is tethered as well to the Sasquatch bar, and I use the Rogue Titan board leash, which is one of the best tethers on the market, and especially for a Ketch board, because that aluminum board is heavy and it's heavy duty, so you want something that at least matches the feel. They have a ton of different colors available. I'll have a link, of course, to all the stuff that I'm going over in the description down below. Moving up from the crossbar, I have my GoPro mount as well. So this is the Yak Attack, I forgot what it's called, the Panfish Pro maybe, and I keep my GoPro on here, which is not on here now because I'm recording with it. But I also have the all-day power hooked up, so I just plug this bad boy in, and then this cable runs down into my Yak Power system as well, which again I will show you in just a bit. I did replace the front-facing flush mounted rod holder, and I put this plate on top, and that's where I drilled this hole for this Yak Power connector. And of course, right next to this, I have my transducer pult for my Livescope unit. If you guys want to see the full setup that I did, I will link the video down below, but I did a full walkthrough of my setup for my Livescope that is completely portable. This is the Sniper Marine Sniper Pole Scout model by Sniper Marine. Game-changing transducer pole. It's one of the best ones on the market. The fact that you can just turn the handle and the transducer goes exactly where you want it to go. And of course, it has the big arrow that lets you know where the transducer is facing at all times, so you never have to wonder. But this is, again, one of the premier kind of premium transducer poles that is available on the market. This is connected to the Navarre handle mount that replaced the other handle. So as you can see, I have the factory handle right over there. So right here, this is the Navarre kayak fishing handle. Love his gear. This is one of the awesome things that he sells and he creates. It allows you to put anything that's track mounted on there. So you could put your rod holders, your fish finder, whatever it is, up close to you. And it's a nice little add of flexibility. Another cool mod that I have from Navarre is this tool holder and tray holder. Super convenient to have right in front of you. Now, if you have the Old Town Autopilot, you'll know that right here it has the low seating position, and right here is the high seating position. Now, most people never use the low seating position, including myself. When I saw this, I was like, man, I gotta have this. I'm gonna have a link to this down below, but it's just nice to have right at your feet, and it's still out of the way. So I keep my fishing pliers there, my lip grips there, and I'll keep a tackle box in there. So these are my jigs and my chatterbaits and all that. But again, nice to have out of the way, and you don't have to drill any extra holes because it's using existing holes for that low seating position that nobody uses. And of course you got the seat, but next to the seat on the Autopilot, you have a space for some more tackle boxes. So usually I'll keep my GoPro accessories in here, my batteries, my extra mounts, my remote control, and I will also keep another box here. So this is my box of jerk baits, and that'll change out depending what I'm throwing out. But again, close at hand right next to me. Behind the seat, I have a Kayak cooler. However, I don't use this as a cooler. I use this for my plastics. So I have all my plastics organized kind of by what they are. So swims, I have my Senkos, you know, like my Kitex, my drop shot stuff. So everything's labeled, and these plastics are actually really nice. I bought them, I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks for a pack of 10 of these, but they're very heavy duty plastic, much heavier than your standard Ziploc bags. Behind the seat, I have the black box unit for my Livescope. Again, I'll put the video down below on how I did it, so I'm not gonna open it up, but I have the unit right behind me, as well as the cables for the transducer and the power. Right behind it, I have the Blackpack Pro. Now, this is new to me for this season. I ended up getting the 16 by 16 inch Blackpack Pro. I'm not sure if I went too big because it is a lot of space. However, I kind of got it to where I want it. Right, so I have just a couple tackle boxes. So the two that are up front, I usually keep in here as well. So with those two, and then with these, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus a 3700 box for my terminal tackle that I keep in here. Like I said, it's a lot of space, but it allows me to keep my repair kit in here as well. So I got like my cutters, my Allen keys, screwdrivers, zip locks, extra kill switches, all that kind of good stuff in here, just in case. You never want to be in the water without at least a backup of your kill switch and a couple other things that you might just need. One thing that I added to this Blackpack Pro that was kind of like a last minute add a few weeks ago was I put my battery in here, because my first time out on the water, I realized I had too much stuff in my tank well and I didn't like it. So I put my battery in here for my electronics. Now this is a 50 amp hour battery from a company was called Zooms. Now it's Red Odo, and they're really reasonably priced for being a full lithium battery. So the way I have the wiring set up was that I used a Yak through haul kit on the wiring here, so that power cord comes right out and plugs right in here, and that powers the Yak Power system. Again, I will show you that in just a minute. Something I added to the Blackpack Pro is the fact that I added these two rod holders in the back. So I used some 2-inch spacers and some longer screws and just connected them to the back, and this allows it to clear any of the rods that I have back there. I'm not sure that I'm in love with that because it takes up all this extra space back here, because sometimes I do want to put a cooler back here for my drinks or my lunch or whatever. So I might change up this and just maybe like stagger them, one down, one up, and put the 4 on this side, because you can put 4 on each side of the 16-inch Blackpack Pro. So on the other side of the seat, I have a dry hatch, and what I keep in there is generally just my controller. When I'm on the water, I'll put my my keys, my wallet, and everything in there. But I do have the remote control for the motor, as well as my Rogue phone tether. Hold on, right here. Again, something you definitely need to have when you're out on the water, because this will keep your phone nice and safe. I'll keep a link down below in the description. But this dry hatch keeps everything nice and dry, like the name states. And under the seat here, let me just lift this up real quick, I have the trolling motor battery. I'm using currently a lead time 100 amp hour lithium battery. Now the cool thing about this is that it is a smart battery with Bluetooth capability, and what that allows you to do is that this battery connects to my phone, and I'm able to see the exact capacity left in it. I'm able to see what it's currently putting out as well. So that's a really good touch to have when you're out on the water. That way you're not stressing if you have enough capacity left, if you're draining it too fast. With something like this, you don't have to worry because you're always able to monitor it. So there's other options available for Bluetooth batteries, but the lead time one is one of the most affordable, if not the most affordable option on the market, just for a lithium battery in general. But the fact that it has the Bluetooth in it is even more so of a better deal. And behind the battery, I'm going to show you the Yak Power system. So there's a center hatch here on the Autopilot, and I have the Yak Power system here. So I have had other videos as well that show you exactly what this system does, but essentially it allows me to distribute the power with all my electronics. So this wire right here is connected to this top power cable. So this cable is connected to the battery inside this black pack. So this battery runs into this plug, which runs into this, and it powers everything. After the power comes in, then you can determine where you want this to go. So I have one going to my fish finder, one for my Livescope, my GoPro, the lights I have on my kayak, and then I have one that's empty and not being used just yet. But this system takes all the guesswork of having to figure out the electronics on your kayak. It's really easy to do. I have a full video explaining how I did this entire installation on my 120 PDL, which I will link down below as well, so you can do the install yourself. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this setup and maybe what you would do differently on yours. And if you thought this video was helpful, check out my favorite kayak fishing accessories right here. So until next time, guys, peace and God bless.